Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, folks. Today is Sunday, February 26th, 2023. I'm your host, Samantha.
And Chris.
Back with another episode of MMTV. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Tonight, we will start off with Natalie and I's series, Blonde Talk. Welcome back, folks. My name is Samantha.
And I'm Natalie.
And this is Blonde Talks. Welcome back to another episode. This week we will be talking about our favorite restaurants in the Berkshires. Starting off with Natalie.
Okay, so the first restaurant I love is Trattoria Rustica. It's in Pittsfield near North Street, and it's an Italian restaurant that's so good, and I love it so much, and the food's always really amazing, and they cook their pizzas on a wooden oven stove, and it's really good, and they're just so welcoming there. Overall, the food is so yummy, and it's all just very like fancy schmancy homemade stuff.
Okay, next we'll be talking about the Brook House, one of my personal favorites. It's like a traditional like bar pub kind of food vibe. It's American food. It is located right near Target, so you can do a little shopping trip and then stop by. Every time I've gone, prices are very moderate. There are a ton of appetizers if that's your kind of vibe. They have like buffalo chicken dip. They have so many freaking options. It's beautiful. And they actually have a very unique dining scene in the way that they have a low lighting, which illuminates a kind of vibe that we love to have. They have loud music, but not, you know what I mean, you can conversate, but it's a good level. And also they have like little drawings and like little sentimentals and papers like under the glass of the table. So yeah, it's a very unique place, and the food is amazing and prices are great. So hey, after your next shopping trip, you might want to stop by.
Yes, definitely. Another restaurant I absolutely adore is Pizzeria Bohema next to Frankie's. I work at Frankie's, and after work I love just to sit down there and eat a pizza after work, and I just think it's very convenient. They make their pizza right in front of you, so you can see them make it, and they cook it in a brick oven. It's so delicious, and the restaurant itself has such a home feeling to it, and when you walk in, like, the vibes are instantly amazing. Like, it's so pretty in there, and I love the workers too. They're always really sweet. So
yeah, what town is that in?
It's in Lenox, Massachusetts.
Ooh, yes. Love it. Another restaurant I personally love, I guess we're going for a Lenox Pittsfield vibe today, but another one I love is the Heritage in Lenox. I have been there, I think, a solid 1 or 2 times, but they have amazed me every time. It is definitely a little packed sometime, so try and get there early if you can. It's very popular, but for a good reason. It's more of a casual restaurant, and it's just some good American cuisine if you're into it. So yeah, hey, if
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, if you're in the Lenox area, drop by. I think that concludes our episode today. We hope you have a great week. We will see you next week on Blonde Talks. Let us know if you want to see anything specific. Have a good night, everyone.
The Dominican Republic group is finishing up their service project this weekend. We look forward to reporting all the great work they've accomplished when we come back. Next up, we have food around the world, then the MMRHS lunch menu as well as the weather, and then after that, fake it till you bake it.
What's your name?
Brooke.
What are you having for lunch?
Pasta.
Is it good?
So good.
What's your name?
Ian,
What are you having for lunch?
chicken parm.
How do you like it?
It's so good.
Welcome back to Fake It Till You Bake It. This week I made red velvet cupcakes. It and I baked it. Come back next week for more.
The Railroad Street Youth Project is hosting the Youth Operational Board Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. every other week in Great Barrington. This is a great opportunity for collaboration to benefit the community, and there's free food and games. Why not check it out? Now, we spin the vinyl with Andrew. He drives into some of the latest upcoming music. Then we hand it off to Ashley and Charlie. Then shortly after, we have tech tips.
Ready to enter your pop star era? I hope so, because there's a lip sync battle coming up April 28th, and there's only a $10 entry fee per team. You can give that to Miss Cahill or Miss Lawrence. Though there are cash prizes for teams who are deemed winners, sign up with us using the QR codes in the hallway. Hope to see you there. Next up, we have superhero reviews. Then we have Digby with his segment on towns around the area.
Hello, and welcome to my new program, Digby's Trusty Guide to Truly Understanding the True Nature of Each and Every Town and City in the Berkshires, or DTGTTUTTNOEATICTB. The name is still under development. I spent a long time trying to figure out what is the best town to start with, but I think there is truly only one town that would feel right. Great Barrington. I don't think I need to explain why I'm doing Great Barrington first. It's the center of the Berkshires, or at least our area of the Berkshires. It's where everyone goes to do anything, but there isn't really a ton of things to do in Great Barrington. Sure, you can go to the movies or spend a lot of money on ice cream at SoCo or even go bowling, but none of these things are something you can do for a long time. But I've had a lot of fun there, so I don't hate it, but I don't really love it. Also, everything is so expensive. Anyway, here's a bunch of facts about the town, if I do my editing correctly. That's it for today. Next week. Great Barrington was first primarily lived in by the Mohegan people, who are now the Stockbridge-Munsee tribe in Wisconsin. They called the area Mahawi, meaning the place downstream. This is now the name of a popular performing arts theater in the area. It has the Berkshire Hills Regional School District, as well as 2 private schools. It's 45.8 square miles in total, with a population of 7,109 in the last 2023 census. Great Barrington is now known as a nice, idyllic town for tourists. I give it a 7 out of 10 on the town rating scale. Am I editing correctly? That's it for today. Next week, Pittsfield.
3, 2, 1.
Did you know that Spartan hats and blankets are still for sale? Well, you can pick one up at the office the next lunch period or at the next Monument sporting event. Hats are $20 while blankets are $30. We can't wait to see you sporting your Spartan pride. Now, let's head over to movie reviews. Then after, we have TV show reviews and then this week's shoe review.
Anna and Elsa were regular girls, or as normal as princesses can get with one of them having superpowers. When their parents die and Elsas get coronated, everything goes wrong. Anna has to team up with an Iceman, reindeer, and snowman. Through the power of family and teamwork, Anna saves the day.
Our favorite character was Olaf. We thought he was very funny and hilarious.
Very cute.
Yeah. We would give this movie a
7 out of 10.
Hi Lotus, what did you think of the movie Frozen?
I love the movie Frozen. It's so iconic, you know. There's a lot of cool singing, and I love Olaf.
Okay, thank you.
What did you guys think of the movie Frozen?
I thought it was amazing. Personally, Anna's my favorite character because we look alike. And that Hans guy, I hate, but the one with the blonde hair, I really love, and he's a cutie and a hottie.
Thank you.
Charlie, what did you think of the movie Frozen?
I used to love it when I was younger. Not so much now because I watched it like 5 times in a row every night.
Perfect, thank you. Ashley, what did you think of the movie Frozen?
I thought it was splendid. It was magical and cold.
Thank you. What did you think of the movie Frozen?
I actually really enjoyed the movie Frozen. The musical aspect of it has very catchy songs, and I think it has a good life lesson of never marry a man you just met because people can switch up just like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today's shoes are white Nike running shoe.
I'm not really sure my thoughts on these. I mean, I think they're cute and they really match with anything, but for like actually wearing with nice clothes, I'm not sure I would pick these.
They're basic, 5 out of 10.
I give 5 out of 10. This next pair is another pair of Nikes. I really like these. I actually think they're cute and they're simple.
Yeah, I like the black and white theme with the red tongue. I think they could match with anything, so I'd probably give them an 8.
I give these like a 7.5.
They're different. The next pair of shoes is a pair of Nike Blazer highs.
I like these. They're pretty plain and simple. It's like everyone has them and you can really wear them with anything. I give them a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think we've already rated these. They're not bad. Everyone does have them, but easy to style, so I'd probably give them a 5 out of 10.
This next pair of shoes they're actually my shoes. Another pair of Nike Blazers. They're customized and they have my name on the back of them, so obviously I'm gonna like them. I say I'd give them an 8 out of 10 because I really like the colors. I like having them loose laced, and also they say my name on the back, but they can't really go with everything, so.
They go with most things. I like the red and black. The loose lace is nice. I'd probably go with a 7 out of 10. If they're in better condition, it'll probably be a 10. Next pair of shoes is a gray, salmon pink, and white pair of Jordan highs. I'd give them a 10 out of 10. They're mine. I really like them. They're very comfy.
I really like these shoes. I think they're cute, and also they seem like they can really go with anything. I like the loose lace and I like the style of them, and I give them a 9 out of 10.
The other week was the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles, and we're back with the results. After a very intense game, the Kelsey Bowl, the Super Bowl, ended in close score. The Kansas City Chiefs took it home with a 38-35. Not to mention the insane halftime show. Next up, the Maroon Tribune, and then after, we have the automotive review, and then we dive into this week's segment called This or That.
I'm here with Andrew Albert, writer in the Maroon Tribune. So Andrew, what did you write about in this week's issue of the Maroon Tribune?
Yeah, so Miss Friedman and I were brainstorming a bit, and since I'm a student athlete, we decided to talk about, or have me write about the benefits of gym class for a student athlete, or whether or not gym class should be required for them.
And who are some people you interviewed, and why did you interview them?
Yeah, so I interviewed two of my buddies, Cole Bazillion, who is a captain on the baseball team and also plays football with me, along with my friend Jay, who's captain and quarterback of the football team.
Was there a specific reason that you decided to write about this topic?
To be honest, besides Miss Friedman helping me out with coming up ideas, no. Obviously, I play sports and have taken gym classes and TA one now, so I'm, familiar with the both of them, so it was fairly easy to write about.
So as a student athlete, what is your opinion on this topic?
So I definitely see both sides of the issue. On one hand, a student athlete's already exercising and active a lot, and maybe gym class isn't quite necessary for them. And on the other, all students should likely be treated the same. So if a student who's not playing a sport and taking time after school to exercise is doing it, then an athlete who's doing that on their own, like making that decision to go to practice, should probably have to do it as well.
And what are you going to write about in the next issue of the Maroon Tribune?
At the moment, I'm not quite sure. I like to write about sports because it's what I'm most familiar with, but I should probably start broadening my horizons because my last few have all been about football and stuff of that nature.
There are many senior scholarships available. Talk to your guidance counselor soon, as the deadline for majority of the scholarships is March 15th. Good luck to all who apply. Now we have Athlete of the Week, then this week's segment on snowboarding.
Who am I here with? Caroline Becker. How do you think you're doing this season? I think I'm doing okay. I've definitely improved from the start. How do you think the team is doing? Well, I think we're doing alright. I think JV was a little bit more rough in the beginning, but we definitely picked it up quite a bit. And I think varsity is doing well. There's just been a lot of sickness and stuff like that. How did the games go for you this week? This week they went okay. It was a little rough, but they were alright. What helped you play the way you did? Just like thinking about like my teammates and how I can like help them and how we can just like work as a team basically and just to get to our goal. What goes through your head during a game? Just to like not let the girl pass me on defense and to do whatever I can to stop that from happening, and just to like try and always move the ball and try not to get caught like in the corners and stuff. What's your goal before the season ends?
I would say just to like get better on offense and maybe go in varsity some more.
Do you have a goal for next season?
I think it's to play on varsity more and just to like win the majority of the games and like really improve on offense.
Who is your biggest influence and why?
I'd have to go with Brooke Decker because he is a really good shooter and I'm not a good shooter, and so I want to be like him.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next month, Charlie's Fun will be hosting a fundraising basketball tournament. Teams of 3 to 5 are welcomed, but they must be co-ed. It is only $5 per person or $20 per team, and you have a chance of winning a grand prize of $100. The tournament will take place on Wednesday, March 29th on the half day. We hope to see you there. Next up, we have teacher interview, then another great restaurant review, and then finally the segment Dates with Mates.
I'm here with English teacher Mr. Chen. I have a few questions to ask you. Why did you start getting into teaching?
You know, my first job out of college was to teach abroad, English, like conversational English in Japan. So, you know, I got some experience doing that, and then later on in life, I realized I really enjoyed that, so I returned to teaching.
And what made you teach English? Start teaching English?
You know, I like stories.
You like stories?
Yeah, stories I think about. You know how, like, I'm one of those people, like, after watching a movie or reading a story, I'd like to talk about it. So it's like, what better thing is there other than just, you know,
to teach it? Yeah.
Yeah, for a living. Yeah.
What would be some advice you give the high schoolers going through high school and then trying to take that next step to the real world?
I'd say this is a good time to really try out things that you're curious about and not sure whether or not you want to pursue it, because basically later in life it's better to figure out what your passions are earlier than later.
Yeah.
And you know, we have I'm thinking teachers are here to help you, so you get all the support you need to explore a field that you may be interested in. So,
what are some things you like to do in your free time when you're not teaching?
I love tennis.
Love tennis?
Yeah. It's so sad. No one plays tennis these days.
Really? Where do you play?
You know, over in the courts by where I live. I also take lessons. Yeah, so if you can play tennis, we can play.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chen.
Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of Food Reviews with the Dudes. This week, we boogied our way down to Marge and Monroe. We've got a whole crew with us this time. Marge and Monroe was the perfect place to get grub after our evening hangout. The vibes were so good and groovy. The staff was just wonderful. We all ordered an iced chai. Hands down, my favorite iced chai in Great Barrington. And such a great way to start my morning out.
Our food haul consisted of 2 spinach and feta croissants, an everything croissant, and a yummy cookie, kale salad, and a delicious brunch Sammy. The vibes were perfect for a Sunday morning outing, and I was boogieing down to the groovy music. After our lovely brekkie, us dudes took a stroll around town. We ended our time together by taking Harmony's dog Maggie for a brisk stroll. She had a great time.
That's all for this week's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us, dudes,
and our food reviews.
Hello, we are here with Harmony Estrada.
Hey. Hello, we're here with Miles Allard. Miles.
Harmony, how many babies do you plan on having in the future?
I don't know yet. If I decide to have kids, maybe like 2 or 3.
How many babies do you plan on having in the future?
I don't plan on having any babies unless I adopt one with my beautiful husband, Harshvir Chahal.
Okay, what is your ideal type?
Ooh, that's a toughie. It varies, but I like women.
Okay, what is your ideal type?
harsh spiritual hall.
Like, do you believe in marriage? As in, would you ever want to get married?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in marriage?
Yeah. Well, actually, not really, but a little bit.
Okay.
I believe in relationships, not marriage.
What is the most important principle in a relationship?
Communication, definitely. Communication and like trust.
And trust. Okay. Okay. That's good. What is the most important principle in a relationship?
The most important principle in a relationship is trust.
That's. What were you to do if your partner had an affair?
I would be hurt. I think I would leave. Like, I would be really hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to them, but we don't stand that.
What's a good answer? What would you do if your partner had an affair?
If my partner had an affair,
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that happen. But if it did, I'd probably cry and talk to them about why it happened.
It probably already has happened.
Out of 5 questions, they agreed on 2.
They are not compatible.
Well, this brings us to the end of this week's edition. We will be next week, same time, same channel. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. This has been your host, Samantha.
And Chris.
Have a good night, everyone.
It's supposed to be both of us. 1, 2, 3.
Have a good night, everyone.
Everyone.